Psycho, amazing movie.
Yeah.
Lion King.
Do you think going through this? I know it's like the meme, right? But how much you guys agree with it? Do you think Hollywood has become creatively bankrupt? Do you think films were better back in the day versus now?
I mean, there is a lot of, even like a lot of Hollywood actors that are like, yeah, you just can't make as many like B-tier films that would get cult followings anymore because the lack of DVD sales.
Yeah.
It's all about marketing now.
Yeah, which is like very unfortunate because there are a lot of the films that we all love are films that would never get made now.
Yeah.
Because you have to make $200 million. Otherwise the film is a failure.
Yeah.
Or it goes straight to Netflix where sometimes it gets buried and no one hears about it, or maybe it gets compromised for whatever reasons. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's kind of a bad...
A lot of these films that we've gone through, aside from like some fucking like Gladiator's a blockbuster. The Matrix is a blockbuster. But a lot of the films are, let's say, like the B grade kind of film, not in terms of like its production. No, not in terms of like its legacy, but more in terms of like the production and the budget and the storylines, where it's not this big epic blockbuster, but more a lot of these like human stories, which I feel like, I don't know, maybe because I don't know how accurate my perception is, because I will be completely honest and say I just don't watch as many films as I used to.
Yeah.
But part of the reason for that is just because there's just not as much that interests me.
No, I agree.
I think now, whereas you could easily kind of stumble onto a pretty good film by going to the theater and just being like, oh, this is on. I feel like that doesn't happen now because I think a lot of the good movies don't get theatrical releases. I think like it's kind of like a meme, like A24 films, because they're all like kind of like similar vibe. I do think though, like they have the indie films ish that they're putting out, like they're putting films out on like budgets between like $1 million to $100 million, which is like low nowadays. Like some of the films they're putting out are really good, but I would say $1 million to 10 million.
100,
I think there's one or two that have got 100 million.
I think it's mostly just casting.
But like now you have to, I think saying movies are bad now is not true. I think movies that get theatrical releases now are mostly boring and not good because they have to be the blockbusters. But I do think that it's way better now than it was like 4 years ago.
You'd say so?
Yeah, I think that the amount of good films we get now that you can watch, but you have to go out of your way to find them and look for them now. You can't stumble into the movie theater and watch a cult classic anymore.
Yeah.
Like if you just go to like, I don't know, like A24, like a lot of the movies are but there's some really fun and interesting movies and fun concepts. If you just type in A24 movies.
I love A24 movies.
I like a lot of the concepts. They're kind of like, and some of them are like fucking like Black Mirror episodes that are full movies. Like
Ex Machina is a very interesting movie. But that definitely does. You know, I watch Ex Machina for example, and
Hereditary. It's great.
Hereditary. I'm like, this is a great film, but it feels like almost like I'm watching like an art house film. You know,
for sure. Like I think you kind of have to make it different. Like, have you watched The Lobster? That's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I watched Lobster as well.
The Lighthouse, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Midsummer, obviously. Like the horror movies they've been doing are actually some of the better ones. Like Uncut Gems, fucking phenomenal. Like the films that they are, like A24 are putting out, they put out a lot of stinkers.
Yeah.
But, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 are really interesting.
I've heard Civil War is amazing.
I watched Civil War. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was
I've heard
okay.
I've heard really good things about Civil War.
A lot of Americans will be like, because in the movie, California and Texas are tuned up. They're like, I did that shit we won't have it. It can't be. It's okay. Yeah, pretty good movie. Kirsten Dunst's really good in it. I think cinema is good right now, but again, you have to look for it and you have to actively seek it out. You can't just, it's like anime. You can't just fucking.
It's like music or anything like that.
Yeah, because every time, like, I've watched 2 films in cinemas, and both have been bangers, to be fair, recently, which has been Spider-Man and...
That's not recent, though.
What's your rendition
recent?
of recent?
That's like 6 months.
That was like 6 months ago, right? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was this year.
That was last year.
That was last year, bro.
No fuck.
Yeah, that was last year. It's right there, actually. It's 2023.
2023. Oh my god.
Little bro, that was last year. What do you mean this year? You haven't watched? Have you been to the movie this year?
I watched Dune Part 2 this year.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. I watched Dune Part 2 this year. Is there any other film you think that was worth watching in cinemas as opposed to being like, I'll watch this on a Netflix?
From this year?
From this year, yes. Because if I want to watch something in cinemas, I'm like, it has to be like something that's worth
show
traveling out for.
this year?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know I should be able to say
blanking.
something off the top of my head.
Like the only film that has made me want to go out.
Movies from 2024.
2024. Like, or top films. Yeah. I should be able to tell you, but okay. All right. Well, let's have a look. The fact that fucking half of those are Marvel, it disgusts me.
Yeah, like the only thing that almost got me close was Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was mostly because it was like
scroll up. Just click going through the arrow.
Yeah.
Furiosa was fun.
And Furiosa, you don't need to watch that.
Yeah.
I watched Godzilla and Kong. That was fun.
Okay, keep going.
But like, I look at a lot of these and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll wait for the Netflix.
What about
release.
the Winnie the Pooh horror film?
The Winnie the Pooh horror film.
I still kind of want to watch that.
With you,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I have watched a lot of these films in the theater, but I don't necessarily think they need to be watched. It's not like a Godfather kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like if it was
I think you're better off just like kind of going back to like the old films.
That's it. Like if I would be more likely to go to the cinema if there was a re-release of some films that have come out before, as opposed to like
if you want. If you want, we can go at 9 a.m.
Yes, as opposed to some of the films that are coming out.
Yeah, Alien Romulus, I really enjoyed.
I've heard that was good.
I watched that in.
Is that actually good?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was like a lot of people were expecting it to be kind of ass, but apparently it's better than.
I saw because I've seen one scene from Alien Romulus, and it's one fucking thing I've come to despise in like modern films, where it's just like, all right, we just need a callback to, we just need the thing, do the thing of like what they did previously. And I saw the one scene when the guy's on top of the alien and he's just like, get away from her, you bitch. And I'm like, okay, there it is. There's the thing. There's the thing. There's the cameo. There's the fucking line. All right. Get it out the way. All right.
So yeah, I watched this and I
was there that in
really
like Gladiator 2? Was there a like the thing moment where the
no, I was half expecting him to say, "Are you not entertained?"
yeah, that's
thankfully they didn't, because if they did, I would have been like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I like Romulus a lot. I felt like I wouldn't have enjoyed it if I watched it on like home. I think the theater experience is really good.
Yeah,
because it had it was so visual and the audio was insane.
Yeah,
and I think sitting there in the movie theater was really good. I mean, Dune, you have to watch in the theater.
Dune, yeah, that's why.
So you watch that Garfield the movie.
Garfield the movie, let's go.
Genuinely a theater experience for sure. No, honestly, most films I've watched in the reason why I like watching in the theater is that I feel like I give something my full attention. Whereas, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I watched Deadpool. If I watched that at home, I would have to pull out my phone.
Yeah,
it's just not interesting enough for me.
Yeah,
actually, like, sit there.
Where I was
Furiosa was actually pretty good. Actually,
Furiosa was fun.
I would say Furiosa was probably a film that I wouldn't enjoy watching at home, but I loved in the theater.
Yeah, in cinemas, this was awesome.
It was like visually fucking stunning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Story was eh.
I love Mad Max though. I'm a Mad Max simp.
Okay.
That's the only Mad Max film I've watched.
Really?
Yeah, I've not watched any other ones.
My dad's been in a Mad Max movie.
What?
Yeah.
Because he's Australian?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
In Mad Max Thunderdome, because like the old Mad Max movies, they filmed all those in Australia. And my dad was an extra in Mad Max Thunderdome. So if you watch Mad Max Thunderdome, look out for the guy wearing an afro passing a chainsaw up in the Thunderdome. That's my dad.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. I only know this because my dad won't shut the fuck up about it.
Every time in the fucking Thunderdome,
every time he's like watching something on the TV, he's just like, "Oh, let's watch Mad Max Thunderdome."
Oh my god!
And he's like, "There I am."
You can't watch your own cameo.
He's literally on screen for 2 seconds. Like, there I am. It is a good movie though.
Yeah. The fuck is Rebel Moon? The fuck is that?
Rebel Moon Part 2.
What the fuck is that?
The Scar Giver.
Is that Marvel?
It's a Zack Snyder film.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a 16% of Rotten Tomatoes, bro. I was on Netflix. There you go.
Bro, you know what I'm hyped for? Unironically, the new Wallace and Gromit movie.
There's a new Wallace and Gromit movie?
Dude, and the reviews are killer.
Hold up, look it up.
Dude, I actually rewatched Wallace and Gromit, the Trousers one with the penguin.
Yeah.
Recently.
That's
it was so fucking
Vengeance
good.
Most Foul, yeah.
And
also, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, banger movie.
I'm so excited for this.
Holy they're remaking it.
Is it out?
Vengeance Most Foul.
Yeah.
Oh, they're remaking it.
Yeah, they're remaking it.
Oh shit!
And it'll be out December 18th.
Oh, damn.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
Can't
go.
wait. I'm so excited.
Oddman of the
Unironically, so I love the older I'm getting, the more I like stop motion.
Oh yeah,
bro. Chicken Run. Fucking
Dude, Chicken
what
Run's
a
great.
classic.
dude. Even Chicken Run 2 was actually really good.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought it
I
was.
didn't hear anyone talk about it.
I thought it was gonna be ass, but I actually really enjoyed that movie.
What's the rating? What's the IMDb rating?
It's probably bad, but I really enjoyed it.
6.3.
Oh, it's actually not bad.
That is pretty bad.
Dawn of the Nugget.
Yeah,
A pretty bad name.
it's,
not gonna
it's a
lie.
shit name, but
Yeah.
the actual like what I appreciated was the fact that like kind of all of the joke beats were very similar.
Yeah.
And not overly corny.
Yeah.
And like not overly like modernized. Like if you had told me that this movie came out like, you know, a couple years after the first movie, I would probably believe you. Like it just looked and felt like an old movie. So I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm trying my best not to be an old man shouting at the sky. But I do genuinely like part of the reason why because I used to watch so many films. Like going through this list, I've seen like most of this list, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm just realizing I just don't watch films anymore. I just don't watch. I seriously think like I watch Whiplash. You know, Whiplash, fucking incredible film.
Yeah. It's a lot to watch.
What do you mean?
Whiplash. It's intense.
It is.
It is
It's
intense.
a bit much.
Oh, this was like I remember watching this for the first time. I literally, I felt fucking corny as fuck, but I was just like the final scene ended, and I literally just like fucking clapped. I was by myself.
Me
but
when
like,
my pilot lands the plane.
yeah, I literally was just there.
Again.
And Sydney's like, I was sitting in the living room. Sydney just hears. I'm a corny ass motherfucker. I know that shit. But when I see Peak, I want to like appreciate that shit, you know? Because I just thought it had such an amazing ending. I think this is one of my favorites, like human drama, like I'd say modern human like drama films, but this came out like fucking 2014.
Yeah,
man.
it's still 10-year-old film.
Yeah, it's a 10-year-old film now, you know?
2020 ruined my perception of time.
2020 has ruined my perception
pre
of time.
2020 and then 2024.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no in between.
Yeah. And it just feels like everything in cinemas nowadays, it's all like fucking remakes or let's you know, do you ever see like a franchise now and you just feel like in your mind that franchise stopped existing after a certain film? You know?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Like Terminator 2, for example. Even though I know there is like so many other Terminators now. The reason I didn't really pay attention to the new Terminator anime was because to me, I'm like,
done, yeah.
Terminator for me has ended
Yeah.
with Terminator 2. You know,
Fair.
you know, in my mental space, I'm like that's the ending.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Star Wars things are out right now, but in my mind, that is already ended.
There's too many.
Yeah.
With like I can't keep up with all this shit. You know.
Did you see the interview with kind of unrelated, but it was fucking The Rock talking about his new film Red One. And he's talking about, he's like, yeah, I went to the same cinema that Christopher Nolan first watched Oppenheimer. I sat in the exact same seat that he sat in, and I thought, man, Red One is going to be amazing in this seat. And it's like a absolutely like fucking garbage, like Christmas dog water film.
What? So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is Red One?
It's like his like Christmas holiday film with him and Captain America. I forgot his name.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
And it's, bro, it's so. There's got to be the clip somewhere. It's like him sitting down. If you just type in the Reddit, maybe there's a clip. I think the Reddit had it. Bro, it's actually so funny because you realize that like Dwayne The Rock like actually like talks like fucking Homelander in this scene. You're like, you must realize you sound insane. Maybe there's it's a very short clip.
Right. But
It's so funny. We gotta watch it. No.
Yeah.
It's a video.
Wait,
I watched
did
the video.
Oppenheimer come out this year?
No,
No, that was last year.
last July.
Fucking.
Type video.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it's that 1 minute one. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, everything I think came out this year was last year.
Yeah, everything that I'm like, yo, that was okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe maybe there are some good films. No, okay, that's last year. All right, ignore what I said.
It was me with anime, dude. Every year, I'm like, oh yeah, that came out this year. That's
Maybe
like,
I'm
3 years ago.
Am I willing into existence a video that didn't exist? Is it an article?
I don't know, man. I believe you though. That sounds like some.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, I was just like, this is
The Rock would say.
insane. It looks like ass. I saw it advertised in the cinema, and I was like, this looks like the worst piece of garbage ever. And then you see the controversy that was like, he was like, nah, I don't piss on bottles on sets.
What?
Yeah, he had to like,
What?
he had to like say that he doesn't piss in bottles on set.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who asked?
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. It's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of old movies this year as well, though. Older movies. Watched Beetlejuice for the first time. That was
Oh yeah.
banger.
never
Yeah,
watched
that's a new movie. Wait, did that come out this year?
yeah, this year.
The new Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's good.
Really?
It was actually good. We thought it was kind of gonna be ass again because it's like
Why did they remake it though?
Sequel.
it's a sequel.
It's a sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reviews are not great, so I wasn't like too super.
I look, there was obviously problems with it, and I definitely prefer the first movie, but it wasn't as bad
yeah.
as I thought it was gonna be, which I was like, thank God.
raving reviews.
I know, raving
The
review.
original was really fun though.
Yeah.
I am gonna say though, I don't get the hype on Jenna Ortega. I just don't think she's a very good actress, if I'm being honest.
Wolf Jackson. Willem Dafoe's in the new movie.
Oh yeah.
Is he good? I fucking love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he
Willem
plays
Dafoe's
like
great as
a
well.
he plays like a zombie like movie star cop.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and he's just funny.
I love Willem Dafoe. Bro.
But yeah, if you like the first movie, it's fun.
I just want more Robert Pattinson. That's what the world needs.
More Robert Pattinson.
It could heal us if he does more weird movies. Dude, I just love his weird movies. They're so good.
Yeah.
I mean, his weird movies are great.
Yep.
Okay, now that time has passed, is Deadpool and Wolverine?
Dead weird.
Dead weird. Deadpool and Wolverine. I haven't seen that yet. Was that worth the hype?
I haven't seen it either. Have you seen it?
Look, yeah, I've watched it. I've
Is it
watched
good?
it twice.
Is it good?
It's, I mean, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Right.
If you like Deadpool and you like Hugh Jackman, you will like this movie.
It looks like the most 7 out of 10 movie.
It will pass 3 hours,
Yeah.
and you will maybe chuckle once or twice. You will also think it is kind of annoying, because some of the jokes are just not funny.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with Deadpool, is that some jokes are kind of like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And other jokes are like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spiral.
And I mean, I think one thing that you can at least say is that fucking Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman give it their fucking all. That's one thing that I'll give Ryan Reynolds credit for. But that's about it. I think.
Yeah.
I think the villains and everyone else in it is kind of eh. And there's that whole like there's like a whole like fucking big cameo section where if you like those characters and you know them, it's like great. But if you don't give a fuck, you're like, all right.
Yeah.